Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are working on a 12 by 12 layout using the Apothecary collection from Fancy Pants. I have a thought of doing, I've seen them before and I'm trying to figure out who was it, but in essence, it was, I think Maggie Holmes had a embellishment with the collection, don't remember which one, which was layered fringed hearts. I know I saw it in Maggie Holmes, and someone recreated it on a layout. Like I said, I can't remember who. And so that's what we're going to do. We are going to make the hearts, and I think I'm going to cut 3 layers. So I have this one. I want to use this side, even though you won't, when I'm using it just for the green color, we won't be able to tell that it's snakes. And then probably maybe the back side of this, because it'll be a deep color to have that contrast between dark, light green, yeah, see, and then the pink on top. And use my fringe scissors, which are my fringe scissors here, and then, layer them up. They'll be glued on the top of the peaks, but then, cut a layer where this one is fringe, then a layer, and then that's fringe, and then a layer, and then that one gets fringe. And I feel like I should do 3 of them, because if I have 1, 2, 3 for a layout, and then figure out what kind of picture to use. This one is like that mid-tone one. This is the inside one of the nested die. I could use this one too. 1, 2, 3, maybe a little higher. That one seems a little bit small. I kind of want to have them be a punch, So that's why I was thinking about the bigger one. Yeah, we'll do the bigger one. The smaller one's good too. And so, yeah, so we're going to use the die cutting machine. We're going to cut, I think, 3 layers. So like I said, probably these 2 pages will be used in its entirety. 1, 2, 3. But then actually I probably need both of these ones, which is this one. Okay, I have the rest of the paper pack over here. That way I can have the dark side, a light green side, and then be good. Yeah. Okay, so let me get out my machine is right here, ready to go. I have everything still from the collection scattered on my desk. So I have my platinum spellbinder, and that way we can decorate it and be good. So let's make some layered fringe hearts together. Okay, so let's get started on making these fringe hearts. So if you have nested heart dies, you just need one of them to do this, and you're just going to be cutting out the heart shape like 9 times. I did it on 9 pieces of paper, all cut in the same size. And this part was just the time-consuming part, but you know me, I always tell you this part doesn't bother me because I sit with my audiobook and go to town, and I can definitely get it done or listen to a podcast. Things like that don't make this process unenjoyable for me. So I was definitely getting used to where to cut it and how much I wanted to show. I have truly no measurements to share other than me just eyeballing it and making sure that they layered up and lined up pretty good. My first attempt, I was a little shy at going in with my fringe scissors, but you see me going in right there again and giving it a little extra ruffle. I was using that Fabri-Tac glue to seal them together, and then I let it to dry. And then when I did this one, since I used the flower, the mint, the lighter green, and then the darker green, I liked it. But when I had turned the flower paper around, it had that yellow and white stripe. And I was like, oh, I could use this one too. This one's just as nice. So I did that yellow and white stripe as the middle piece of layer for high contrast with one of them. And then I think the third one I did with the 2 green tones as well. This can be done with a variety of collections. By all means, this technique is very nice and turned out so cute. And I think it just takes a little practice, because you'll see I kind of explained once I have all 3 that they kind of got better and better as I did them, because I started opening up my fringe scissors wider and beginning that cut a little deeper on the blade, and they came out better doing that rather than going for them at the tip, like fringing it just with the tip of the scissors. It was way better opening them up wider. And so, like I said, always lessons learned, and I will do this technique again with another collection to show it off.
Okay, I think they got better and better. So here's the first one, and this is how I think they got better. So you see how I definitely stayed within the bottom portion, then there's kind of like that like rim of paper that's not cut through. That was the first time. I was scared to use the fringe. Then this was the second, a little bit better. And what I mean, to me, like I said, better is just because they kind of kiss, you know, they meet up with where the fringe is. So that kind of got better, but I lost it here. But now this one, all of it meets up. That looks really better too. So I got better by opening up the scissors and cutting back here. That way it could get longer strides. So there we go. So let's put together a layout. And maybe let's do some mixed media. Maybe we can just do some simple packaging technique. And I still have to pick out my photo, which I'll probably also cut as a heart. Okay, let's continue going.
Okay, so I found a Valentine's Day photo that I printed in black and white so that the colors in the photos did not compete with my beautiful hearts. And I have not done mixed media on a 12x12 layout in a minute. So I'm just going in with the classic little, we called this packaging technique, spraying your oxide inks onto a piece of packaging, probably from a sticker pack, and smooshing it onto your paper. I did not prime my paper with gesso or anything. That's why I went in with a very light spray. It didn't warp the paper or anything. And look how beautiful that looks. You get a splotchy watercolor spray of color, just squishing some pigment from on piece of plastic to your paper, and it gives you a beautiful impact with that mixed media. And like I said, I didn't gesso it. It wasn't a lot of pigment. I used Lost Shadow was the gray oxide ink, and then Pick Raspberry was the pink one, and those colors complemented the layout just fine because of the black and white photo. The gray helped that one out, and then picking up more of the pink tones in our fringe flowers. This is definitely a technique you can use to show off, you know, other collections. So I will be trying this again, maybe in a smaller size, or maybe a variety of sizes could also work. And then the title pieces in the foam collection are perfect to make very classic, simple layouts. And here I just chose My Sweetheart, which I thought was perfect because it's hearts on a page, and it's a heart, meaning, you know, Valentine's Day photo, and she's holding a heart. I just thought that worked out very serendipitously. So here I am just adding a few more of the icons / embellishments in the pack, mostly going for the florals. I do add some of the enamel dots off camera because I did forget it in the filming, but you will see them on the close-up. And just keeping it to a very pretty, light, girly layout with the pink and the flowers and the fringy hearts. I mean, you can't get more girly than that. And it just goes to show you that even though this collection, Apothecary, was a very nature dominant, like I said, with those icons in the unboxing with the hands and the snakes and the flowers and butterflies, you still can tell a variety of stories, because here I am, in essence, telling a Valentine's Day story with a nature collection theme, or themed collection, sorry, that you can do a variety of stories with your pictures, finishing off this layout with some black splatter, and it is complete.
Okay, that will wrap up this layout. I will wait till it's a little bit more dry after those splatters and do a little bit of journaling right there. But how do you like those layered fringy hearts? And my little mixed media. It's bueno. It's so pretty. So pretty. It was just enough of mixed media. Little packaging technique never can go wrong. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I will leave everything linked that I use pretty much down below. This is Fancy Pants Designs, the Apothecary collection. Oh, and actually, do I need anything from here? I didn't even remember these. It's too big. Everything's too big. Okay, no, we're not using any of those stickers. I think it's beautiful just the way it is. And that's going on my wall. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, everyone, bye.